we want to keep it in mind later on. Marshall Hodgson. This is again a secondary source. Marshall Hodgson, if you're in Islamic studies, I would say you have to read Marshall Hodgson. Whether Marshall Hodgson is beneficial for everybody, that's another question, because Marshall Hodgson is a 3-volume work, The Venture of Islam. Marshall Hodgson was a brilliant man, and I think also that he was a very fair person. He was a professor here at the University of Chicago. He died in the 1960s, and unfortunately he died before he could rework his book. So The Venture of Islam is very much, it's beautifully written, but it is still the first draft, and you have to keep that in mind. And then also it's based on the scholarship that was available in the 1940s and 1950s and 1960s. But it's amazing the kind of insights that he had. He's sympathetic to Islam. He's sympathetic to Islamic civilization. And he asks really important questions. And I don't think that there's any way that we can talk competently about our tradition if we don't ask the same questions and seek to find answers to those questions. But there are a lot of things that Hodgson talks about, and we'll talk about some of those tonight, hopefully. Hodgson, for example, focuses on a lot of things like the fact that Islamic civilization was an agrarian civilization. Okay, this of course affects the nature of the law schools also. And then he talks about things like the development of Islamic social psychology, which he says is contractual. And we want to talk about that perhaps tonight, as opposed to corporative. And he links that to the breakdown in the political system. So again, Marshall Hodgson is a very important commentator, and it's really important to keep him in mind.